The day my husband's lawyer served me the divorce papers is the day my world turned completely upside down. Hello there. My name is Ada Chineze. This is not my real name, but will be for the purposes of this story. My story doesn't start with the divorce papers. I want to take you a bit back so that you can understand how we ended up here. Back to my campus days. Back then, life was simple. I wasn't the smartest in my class, but I was trying, like really trying. I just wanted to graduate, get a good job, and make something of myself. I had friends. We called ourselves the Fantastic Three, the kind of friends you'd pray with, laugh with, and even cry with. We went to church together. We believed God had a plan for our lives. We really believed that. Now, let me tell you about my phone. That phone, you see, it had no business being called a phone. It looked more like a tiny POS machine, button pressed and outdated. Kemi came to me. Ada, please, I need your phone. For what exactly? My sister is coming to town and she promised to buy me a phone, but I need her to believe that I don't have one since I already went ahead and bought myself one. What I didn't know was that Kemi already had a phone. She had already saved for it quietly and patiently. But now she wanted the money too. And my phone was the perfect prop for her sister. So I gave it to her. I didn't think much of it. It was just a phone. And I hardly used it. Around that time, my life wasn't as perfect as it looked. I was in a relationship, or at least I thought I was. His name was Tosin. Tosin was toasting me. He was toasting my brain with his looks. He was everything you could see and nothing you could build with. I planned the dates. I called first. I checked in. I basically ran the relationship. And when I stopped, everything stopped. Valentine's Day came and went, and he didn't even call. But anyway, what did I expect? I was the driver of the relationship. Then there was Mr. Femi, my lecturer. Married, persistent, calculated. By this time, I was in my 4th year of university. Mr. Femi was a new face. He seemed to have taken a teaching break during the time I had just joined campus, and this was my first time meeting him. Mr. Femi didn't chase me loudly. He studied me. The way I answered questions, the way I thought, the way I spoke. And then he started creating situations for us to interact. And what is the popular route that African lecturers take when they're trying to toast a student? Missing marks. You're right. Sir, my marks are missing. Mr. Femi just stood there calm as I barged into his office, angry, raging for my missing marks. Ada, you're one of my best students. Everyone else had their results. How come yours are missing? Sir, how is it that everybody has their results except me, sir? Please, I did my best in this unit. What is going on? Mr. Femi sat there at his desk behind the pile of papers, smiled and looked at me, and in a soft, manipulative tone he said, I could make it perfect if you let me help you. Now that was the moment I understood what he meant. This wasn't about academics, and I refused. But I walked away from his office wondering how, when, where, Why didn't I notice this sooner? Later that day, during lunch, I picked up my phone. Kemi had come back to me asking for me to delete some messages so that she could get some space to receive an alert from her sister. So I started deleting messages, one by one, message after message, until I saw it. I can't wait to see you, my love. My love? My heart dropped. I was confused. This message was from 3 years ago. But 3 years ago, I didn't have this phone. Someone else did. Who sent this? And who was it for? Then I remembered. 3 years earlier, I had given this phone to my uncle Emeka. My uncle Emeka practically raised me as my father. And 3 years ago, he lost his phone at the bus park to some thieves and needed a phone to hold on to be able to keep in touch with his customers. But these messages, I looked at the sender. They weren't for my auntie. And just like that, something inside me broke. Because in that moment, I realized sometimes the people you trust the most are sometimes the ones hiding the most. And how that discovery changed the way I saw love forever. See you next week for part 2. Remember, follow, like, share with a friend who you feel can benefit from my story, and subscribe. Thank you.